Yo, peace to the gods on earth. Welcome back to Chance. Welcome back to Opportunity. Welcome back to the light Atum. So, that sun behind my head is what lights up this world. And that's what I truly am. We all are. And actually, everything that you see is DNA and is a piece of the whole. But everything is connected. You see that tree behind me? That tree is the sun. And then so then you want to ask me, wait a minute, how are you the sun? How is that tree the sun? No, that tree is a tree. You're a human. I'm you. I'm me and you're you and we're all different. We all look different. How is a squirrel the sun? How is you're you're saying squirrels are suns? You're saying a basketball is the sun? You're saying the earth is the sun? How is the earth the sun? The earth is the earth, right? Well, you have to look at it like this from a different perspective. Everything is energy. That basketball right there, that bush, me, you, that squirrel, this earth is all energy. Everything is made up of energy. Everything is made up of atoms, and atoms are 99.999999 empty space. So, if an atom is made up of empty space, and that's what everything is made up of, then does that mean that everything is nothing? What's going on here? So, peace to the guys on Earth. We're talking quantum physics. We talking melanin, grounding, astrology, biology. Why astrology? People want to demonize astrology. Everything is astrology. Your body is made up from the planets, from different forms of the sun. Everything is light. See let's break down what the sun is. Sun is thought. It is light. It is information. The sun is light, energy, vibration, frequency. Everything is one thing, which is no thing. So the sun, everything that you see is the sun in a different form. If you want to break down my anatomy, my biology, as above, so below. What's going on up there in the heavens is what's going on right here, where you are at. So, if you want to break apart my biology, you will see that I'm made up of trillions and trillions of cells. And these cells are made up of atoms and energy and subatomic particles. And an atom is a vortex of energy spinning. So what you see as something that is still is really moving. Even a solid object like a car or anything that you see, right? This stick on the ground, this rock. You look at this rock, you see this rock is just something solid and it's just standing right there. Really, this rock is a bunch of atoms. It's really nothing. It's really an illusion, but it's a bunch of atoms spiraling and spinning in an energy vortex. This rock, along with this stick, along with me and everything else, is vibrating. That's one of the 7 Hermetic principles. So that's why it's good to learn Mayat, because everything is balanced. And the truth of things, the truth, the way, and the light, the truth of things is what is true and is factual, which is mathematics, which is science. You see, these things we know these things because scientists, astrologers, mathematicians study these things. And we have access to these things because we have access to, one, the internet and each other. So we can enlighten each other, we can build, we can study, we can know thyself. So the sun, right? We're talking about quantum physics, right? And everything is DNA. And DNA is God. DNA is nothing is separate from God. It may act as if it is, but nothing is truly separated from God. And when I say God, I mean the source. So I know that that squirrel is me. Just because it looks different, just because it's a small being, a small cell, doesn't mean that it is not in essence me. So I'm going to treat these creatures and animals and people as my neighbors as myself, how I want to be treated, because that's the law of the universe. The energy that you put out into the universe is the energy that is going to come back to you. So when you live in tune with nature, you will not perish but have everlasting life, because nature is the kingdom of heaven, is the kingdom of God, is the mind of God. Knowing what you are, who you are, whoever, what this is very vital to your growth and your expansion as the universe. We're the universe having this human experience. So look, when you break down quantum physics, this phone that I'm holding, you, me, this chair I'm sitting on, that tree behind me, the sun in the sky, is just energy, and is really no thing pretending to be something. Because why not? Because it'd be boring to be nothing. God would be, can you imagine God just being, and that's truly what everything is just God being. But can you just, that squirrel just jumping like a kangaroo, that was funny. Can you just imagine God sitting with herself, himself in space? It's not a man or female, but can you just imagine God, the creator of all things, sitting in space and just being like, holy shit, this is boring as fuck. I'm gonna do something. I wanna do something. I'm gonna create a world with trees and animals and all cool things and cell phones. I'm gonna get back to that. But everything that you see is just energy and is cells. We're all cells in this huge organism called the earth, which is your own body. You're a cell inside of your own body. And that squirrel, that butterfly, are just other little cells. Everything is cells. Everything is little creations of God. Everything is a creation of God, the Most High. And you are a mini version, but you are not small. You are not big. You are not separate from this consciousness or this source that we call God. You actually are it. That's why you're able to reproduce. That's why you're able to make a house out of your bare hands. That's why you're able to think of a whole city and build it. That's why you're able to dunk a basketball or meet a beautiful reflection of yourself and reproduce your mind and your DNA, because the mind is the DNA. So that's why you're able to have a child, because we're made in God's image, right? And what do you think? When you have a child, you're reproducing you and your reflection, another being. And if you do not see the God within you, you're not gonna see the God within others. And if you cannot see how incredible human beings are, I don't know what to tell you. Because we're very magical, we're very powerful, we're the only thing in existence. This is about us, humans. But humans have fallen asleep. We don't know who we are. Just like God put Adam to sleep when he made Eve or whatever. But what is Adam? The first man, the avatar, the atom or atum or the atoms, right? The atoms. You have to realize this, reflection. You are Adam, meaning you are the first. You are the first creation. You are God. See, God blew breath into Adam. God blew his breath into man. So that makes man God, because if God blew his breath into man, why did he do that besides to give man life? Or to experience his own creation. See, when you reach that God level, you know that you are a spiritual being, you are energy, you are the universe, you are God having a human experience. So you are God, you are the consciousness, you are it. You are the beginning, the end, the Alpha and Omega. You are the Most High consciousness. So, and what is that besides represented by you or the sun or whatever you see or a book or anything? God is in everything. So you were God, you got bored being nothing, and you wanted to be something. So you created your own body, your own avatar. You created your parents, your children. You created this whole reality to experience and to feelize being, existing. You wanted to exist. You asked for everything that you have right now. You asked for this, you created it, and you are meant to understand this, and you're meant to be in balance with life and the universe. But it is you. We are it. So there is no past. That's why you read the Bible. It's not a history book. You read about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. You can create that right now. You can make that happen right now with your consciousness, because you've made it to that awareness, especially if you're watching this video. So you think, what is this? Have you ever questioned, like, what is a woman and what is her functions and why is she here? Why am I here? Why am I a man? Why am I in a male body? You know what I'm saying? So there is no past. This is a simulation. We are in a hologram, right? And when you notice, you know that you're projecting you're projecting your body, this phone, everything that you see. Excuse myself. You're projecting all of this through your mind, through consciousness, through God or the source. So when you project this reality, you're able to be, you're godlike. You are very godlike. And to be more righteous, to do the right thing, to be powerful, to have strength and courage, to be able to overcome anything, that makes you godlike. And there will be reflections around you to validate who you are and to reflect back to you a righteous image of being a God, being a natural, organic human being in nature. So when you out in nature building your house, when you out in nature taking care of your family, protecting your wife and stuff like that, you'll know, like, this is what I signed up for. This is what life is. Before all this man-made shit that we've made to enslave our own damn selves, we had nature. We had the natural world. We had the natural law. We had animals, big creatures and big animals to keep us in place, so we can respect nature and respect our own power. Because when you in tune with who you are, can't nothing touch you. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. So when you in tune with self, animals not gonna mess with you. Animals are actually going to see you as what you are, as a light being. They're gonna be like, okay, that's the man, that's the one, that's the goddess of the universe. And this is to all humans that have the truth and a pure heart. But indigenous beings, dark-skinned melanated beings, we brown, different shades of brown, just like that tree is a lighter shade, more like my shade. That tree is more dark. You know what I'm saying? There's some trees that are very dark, and leaves are different colors, different frequencies of self. So indigenous human beings, before we made this man-made world, bro, we was chilling in nature, being God, being, knowing that I am this earth. My DNA, the fabric of my body is made up of the same things that the earth is. I'm made up of the stars and the sun and everything. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind, God. You know what I mean? When you realize this stuff, when you realize quantum physics, is very mind-blowing, because you're gonna be like, holy shit. You wake up and you realize, like, you laugh because you're like, man, I made this happen. And all these external things that I think are obstacles for myself, I created them. I can destroy them. This whole everything, man. We made this. We made all of this. So I take full responsibility, and I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to be like, oh, look at the circumstances in my life, and why are they like this? Why is the world messed up? Why are there problems in the world? There has to be some sort of a presentation or visualization of what not to do. We can't just be in this bitch doing anything, because it's not just right to do anything. There are rules to the game. You know what I'm saying? There's rules to the game, and we gotta play the game right. But we gotta also know that we made the game. Because when you realize that you made the game, then you win, because you know all the tricks and trades to the game, because you made it. You created this. So the paper games we play, the Monopoly, all that shit, the vanity, the corporations, all this stuff, this is man doing this. But in the end, we win. In the end, the indigenous man wins. The gods win, because we're the original beings, and we're see, the black man is the father of the universe, created all of this. But as long as we trying to play a game that we made that against ourselves, we created two games, three matrices. We created two matrices. There's three matrices, which is nature, man-made things that we create out of nature, and then the third matrix is the internet, which is the Akashic records. But we created two games with two matrices. One game is the game of, I'm in this bitch, I'm God, I'm lit. The other game we created is not knowing we're God and being the devil, or being the lower self, or being a mortal human, which we are immortal gods. But the second game we made was the program of, oh shit, I'm in school, I'm getting programmed, I'm learning knowledge from the white man, or my lower self, and The second game is the slavery game that we played. I'm in this bitch as a slave. I'm in this bitch fighting for my freedom. That's the second game we're playing. But the thing is, we got bored of the first game. We get bored of being gods, so we're like, let's see what it's like to not be God. Let's see what it's like to have to fight to get to rise to the top. But anyways, I can spit knowledge all day. I want to. I'm gonna keep moving on with my day. Peace of guys. I love myself.